The hotly anticipated sequel to Rise of Kyoshi, Shadow of Kyoshi, has just hit shelves, and I finished it in one sitting. These books are a must-read for any true Avatar fan. If your comics are getting worn from reading them over and over, if you've watched The Last Airbender on loop since it dropped on Netflix, this is going to fill your need for more incredible bending stories and expand upon the world that you already know and love. Hit that subscribe button and bell and add this novel to your cart. I'm Chris Carr, and today I'm giving you 5 reasons why you just have to read Shadow of Kyoshi. Before we dive in, I want to give a big ol' shout out to our super nerd sponsor of the day, Kevin Brown. Thanks to heroes like Kevin, I'm living the dream of still doing book reports and sharing my love of fandoms with like-minded folks like you. So thank you so much. If you want to pitch in, head on over to our Patreon page and see if a donation tier works for you. We're excited to announce that Nerdwire is partnering with our sister brands, The Fumble and Holly Scoop, in a fundraising campaign for the Equal Justice Initiative. The EJI is an incredible nonprofit organization that provides legal aid and assistance to those who need it most. There's a link below where you can donate directly to them. I'll fill you in with more details at the end of this video. Now, fair warning, y'all. As I tell you some highlights of why you should pick up this book, there will be some light spoilers. I'm talking about new characters, new techniques, etc. So while I will do my best to make these reasons more like a book trailer, if you want to go into the novel fresh as a daisy with absolutely no info, this isn't the video for you. Perhaps just check out my Kyoshi analysis video. Okay, let's jump into those reasons. Reason number 5. The book gives us more insight into the politics and customs of the Fire Nation. The sequel takes Kyoshi to the Fire Nation, where its current Fire Lord is in need of the Avatar's assistance. While there, we're given a tour of the palace, we're given more insight into some of the Fire Lord portraits, some of the Fire Nation's cultural artifacts, and more. We also delve deeper into the politics of the nation, and what happens when familial ties make things, shall we say, messy? You thought Iroh and Ozai had a strained relationship? Woo! Just you wait to deal with these set of brothers and their issues. The customs of the Fire Nation court are also on full display, and we learn how manners maketh the moment. A wrong gesture, salutation, or outfit can spell disaster. And a garden party is more political minefield than happy hour. Seeing how the court worked was incredibly fascinating to me, and provided so much more insight into the ways of the Fire Nation and its people. Reason number 4. We learn more about past avatars. While we only see them in flashbacks here and there, much like Kyoshi herself, this novel illuminates a lot of what happened in the life and times of other avatars. Kyoshi struggles to connect to her past lives, and honestly, she isn't thrilled that she must connect with her predecessor, Kuruk, before she can access all the other lives she's lived. The television series paints Kuruk as a carefree surfer bro, and this is definitely the reputation he has in the Kyoshi novel. He's viewed as a lazy, entitled man who had it far easier than Kyoshi. After all, he inherited the world avatar Yangchen left him. Ugh, his predecessor, Yangchen, now there was an avatar. She was renowned for ushering in a wave of peace and harmony with the 4 nations. If Kyoshi could only just leapfrog Kuruk and talk to her. But as we learn in this story, Yangchen wasn't necessarily the poster child avatar she's made out to be. And Kuruk had far more on his plate than he's given credit for. I've always wanted to know more about these past lives, and this story adds so much dimension to who these avatars were. They aren't all flawless sages who dole out wisdom. They had their issues. They were the avatar, sure, but they were still human and capable of great mistakes, and made some massive sacrifices. Reason number 3. The romance! Rise of Kyoshi was praised for how it handled Kyoshi's sexuality. The casual line drop in the Korra comics that Kyoshi, by all accounts, loved both men and women was explored and expanded upon, and depicts a beautiful love story of 2 young women falling in love with one another. Kyoshi's relationship with Rangi continues in Shadow, and is put to the test. They must balance their duties and their feelings for one another, navigate the strict policies of the Fire Nation, no touching, no forehead kisses like towering Kyoshi likes to place on her love's head, lest Kyoshi wants to demean Rangi. Palace politics and Rangi's mother in the mix make things really complicated, to say the least. LGBTQ+ representation is so important, and this book does a wonderful job continuing to showcase this relationship. If the merely implied nature of Kurosami in the TV show let you down, don't worry. Kyoshi and Rangi are for you. Reason number 2. Water healing is expanded and explored. A new character, and by far my favorite, Atuat of the Northern Water Tribe comes on the scene. As we know from Katara's experience in Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Northern Tribe, at this time, takes a bit of a misogynistic approach to the bending arts. Bending for combat is strictly designated for men, bending for healing, that's for the women folk. Atuat is a strong, independent lady, though, and she believes the men of her tribe aren't nearly as strong as her. Sure, they're punching each other, but she claims she can punch death. With her advanced water healing techniques, she can bring a person back from the brink of death, heal them on a cellular level, and, perhaps, even add years to their lifespan. Can you say plot device? Ugh, I don't even care. This is so cool and I am obsessed with it. And I fully believe that this is going to be how Kyoshi elongates her own life. And finally, reason number 1. We aren't finished with the false avatar. Rise of Kyoshi saw the displacement of Yun, the young man who was falsely identified as the Avatar. And this led to a brutal ending involving earthbending justice and dark spirits. In Shadow, we straightaway learned that we aren't done with Yun, and he certainly isn't done with those that made him the Avatar and then ripped it away from him. His friendship with Kyoshi complicates things. She feels like she stole his title, and she is desperately searching for her friend, looking everywhere for him. With the aid of a dark spirit known as Father Glowworm, Yun transforms into a completely different person. Can Kyoshi save his soul? And save those Yun is dead set on delivering this brand of justice to? Huh? You gotta read to find out. You guys, I could not put this book down! FCE builds upon the world of Avatar so masterfully. The fights leave you on the edge of your seat. The writing is so beautiful. The stakes are so high. I'm already ready for the next story. I am desperately hoping that they turn these novels into a new series, because the Kyoshi stories are just that good. I would put them right up there with the Tales of Aang. If you want to dive back into the world of Avatar, you have to pick up a copy for yourself. Once again, I'd like to ask you to join NerdWire in our fundraiser for the Equal Justice Initiative. The Equal Justice Initiative is a nonprofit organization that provides legal representation for prisoners who may have been wrongfully convicted of crimes, for prisoners without effective representation, and others who may have been denied a fair trial. If you want to be part of the movement, there's a donation link below where you can send donations directly to the fund. Anything helps, and we're so glad that we can share this awesome opportunity to donate with you guys. Be sure to hit the subscribe and like button so we can keep the Avatar conversation going.